Hello again to all subscribers and listeners of this channel. You are listening to Obsidian Radio, and tonight I would like to break down the things that I loved about the Attack on Titan Season 3 trailer, or Season 3 Part 2 trailer that just aired pretty much 24 hours ago. So join me on this short video where I examine the awesomeness displayed in this short preview of the next 12 episodes of this awesome anime Season 3. And just so my viewers know, yes, I've read the manga, but I will not be spoiling anything for anyone who has not read the manga at all and is only caught up with the anime. So without further ado, let's go. So, we're looking at the trailer that just premiered. So, first thing that I looked at. It starts off with the Beast Titan, the one we saw throughout the beginning of Season 2. And we only saw a tiny little bit of him in the first half of Season 3. In this trailer, we see him picking up a large boulder and performing an Olympic throw as he hurls the boulder over. I'm pretty sure this is Wall Maria. They already got to Wall Maria already. And he's hurling the boulder over Wall Maria towards the scouts. A few things about this scene. 1A. The Beast Titan is performing what appears to be a shot put throw. And looked very technically exactly like a shot put throw would look. So I'm curious as to who taught him how to do that. Is that something that he was taught from an earlier time? Did he get that from a past memory of a previous Beast Titan owner? Is it that each of the Titan shifters are given some type of training regimen specific to their Titan's form? I don't know. But I'm very interested in how he learned how to do that. Because that didn't look like something he would just normally just have as a skill. I feel like he learned it somehow. 1B. The Beast Titan is sporting claws, and he didn't have claws before. So I'm wondering if the claws are something the Beast Titan is able to generate and or regenerate at will. He can get rid of them and bring them back whenever he wants. I don't know. But I'm very curious about that. We'll love to see what he's going to do with that launch of, I guess, large boulders and his abilities to grow, I guess, retain or get rid of claws. Very interested because he's looking like he's a bit more powerful, more versatile than I first expected. Number 2, next up is a really funny yet awesome scene where Captain Levi is standing on his horse when the scouts are riding towards, I want to say, the wall. 2A, I'm not sure what he's doing, but it looks awesome. I don't know how. I'm not sure. I'm going to go back and check that. That was really interesting looking. Levi always looks awesome when you think about it, but whatever. And it does look like he's getting ready to throw down and do some damage. He has both the blades drawn and they're racing towards something while he's standing on the horse, whereas everybody else is sitting on their horse, riding on the horse normally. So that's interesting. And I can't wait to see what he does with that or whatever he's about to do, because Levi never fails to be awesome throughout the entire series, as far as I'm concerned. Number 3, in the next few scenes, we see Eren and the scouts flying around and ascending Wall Maria. 3A. These scenes aren't too eventful. We just see them moving closer and closer to the wall and eventually scaling the wall with their 3D maneuvering gear. And they literally show Eren and Levi's squad just getting closer and closer until they get to the top of the wall. 3B. Once they get to up the wall, the scene changes and becomes a bit more intense. The change occurs with Eren. You have to pay close attention because I noticed this with that animation. I'm not sure if they reused it or they reanimated the entire thing, but it looks very familiar. So let me break that down. Number 4. In the next more awesome scene, we see Eren ascending in a way that's very familiar to when he fought the Colossal Titan. 4A. Eren is ascending Wall Maria in a fashion very similar to what he did when he first tried to take down the Colossal Titan all by himself way back in Season 1, early part of Season 1. 4B. When he reaches the top, he bites down on his hand and begins his Titan transformation. The difference is that this Eren has more experience fighting with and without his Titan form. He seems to have a bit more control over his Titan powers. He seems to have calmed down a lot, doesn't seem to get pissed as easily. And he has his crystallization. So what he can do with his Titan form now is going to be a lot different than before. So that's making this and subsequent transformations that much more interesting. as the series progresses. 5. In the very next scene, we get a very freaky and interesting, intense just image of Reiner Braun, who we now know is one of the two that betrayed the scouts, is seen on Wall Maria. And it's very interesting looking. 5A. Reiner is ascending and or descending the wall until he gets stabbed straight through the neck by one of the swords. And it looks like it's Captain Levi that does it, which if it is, oh boy, that's going to be nasty. 5B. Reiner appears to fall, yet he's transforming. So that means he didn't die. And it's strange that you mean to tell me Levi, with his epic level of skill and power, can decapitate multiple different titans, can take down so many different enemies, can like cut through a dozen different people in aerial battles, but he wasn't able to kill Reiner, even though he stabbed him straight through the neck. That's very interesting. Very interesting. 5C. Reiner is completing his transformation and once again becomes the armored titan. Again, I wonder, what is he going to do if he and Eren meet once again in their titan forms? Because their first fight was very interesting. Very intense, very brutal, very violent. So if they fight again, I'm very curious as to see how that's going to look in this part 2 of season 3. Can't wait for that. Now, number 6. We finally see many different scenes all playing out one by one. 6A. We see what looks like dozens of Titans transforming in the background, whereas the scouts are still on top of Wall Maria. 6B. We see the scouts on the other side of the Wall Maria, so they've scaled one side and finally crossed to the other side of Shigashina District. 6C. We see Eren is using his new crystallization technique. Now that's going to be interesting how he does that in this particular part of the series. And 6D. We see Commander Erwin sending his troops out to battle on the other side of Wall Maria. And now on this particular video, I'm going to have a link in the description. There actually are English subtitles, and when you read them, you'll see that Erwin has officially declared war against the Beast Titan and the Titans that are behind him, and he's saying that if one side survives, the other side must die. And he's totally committed and totally focused on this effort, on this endeavor. He's totally going all the way in. No ifs, ands, or buts. Very intense, very interesting. Got to see how this is going to play out. Now on to number 7. Some general things that I noticed that I really, really liked about this trailer. 7A. The entire trailer's color scheme was almost exactly like the one used when Reiner and Bertolt first revealed themselves as traitors. The kind of bluish gray, the dark clouds, the intermittent sunlight, the light rays that are coming through the very dark and cloudy sky. Ominous, dark, cloudy, and foreboding. A perfect vibe to create during this very tumultuous time. Very interesting. Very interesting to see what they're going to do with this, considering what the Reiner and Bolter reveal was like. 7B. The scoring was really nice. They went back to Maka Kobayashi, who has a really nice singing voice. Love her voice. And if you listen closely, the first 10 seconds or so sounds kind of like the Armored Titan theme. Then the music throughout most of it, the rest of it, kind of sounds like a remix of Volga im Config. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. That's played out throughout the vast majority of the trailer. But it's a remix version of it. Sounds a little bit more amped up, has more of a guitar feel to it. And then at the very end, like in the last 10 seconds, it switches back to sounding kind of like the Armored Titan theme in the last 10 seconds of it. And I'm going to have those linked in the description below so that we can hear what I'm talking about. But the way they did the music, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Beautifully done. 7C. Lots of wide shots. Wide angle shots of Shigashina District and Wall Maria. 2 areas on Attack on Titan that we haven't seen in a long time. And the way this is done, the way it was put together, the color scheme, the dark foreboding look, the wide pan, all of that is just looking really nice. Again, another win for Wit Studio and their animation team. Very good animators, as far as I'm concerned. And finally, yes, the second half of season 3 will air. I can't remember. I can't find the exact day, but I know it's definitely sometime in April. So within the next 3 months, a little less than 3 months, we're gonna begin the second half of season 3, and I absolutely cannot wait. For season 3, part 2 looks like it's going to be on a whole different level. It's going to be more intense, more frightening, but also more awesome than season 3, part 1 was. And just absolutely love where they're going with this. So as far as I'm concerned, April cannot come soon enough. So here are my questions. And anybody can chime in the comment section if they have a different opinion. But what's your opinion on season 3, part 2 trailer? What are the things that you noticed that you thought were interesting that I might not have pointed out in my video? And what are things that you're waiting for to see the most in season 3, part 2 when it airs? And please, no spoilers. If you do put spoilers, I will delete the comment. But yeah, those are just some things I want to ask the audience. Go ahead and chime in. But as far as I'm concerned, I absolutely love Attack on Titan. I love where they're going with the storyline. And for what I watched, from when I watched the very first episode till now, I've absolutely seen it as completely awesome. Very good, very well written, refreshing new thing to anime in general. Absolutely love the series. And also, I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite YouTube channels that I've been subscribed to for almost a year now. Shout out to Fox and Anime. Really love your videos, your reviews, and your breakdowns of Attack on Titan and other anime series. And I'm glad I subscribed to you. So hopefully, if you see this, you'll hear what I'm saying, and maybe you'll subscribe back to my channel. I don't know. But I like your stuff. You got good uploads, a good post, man. Love you. And that's about it. Attack on Titan is awesome. It kicks ass. Everybody else that loves Attack on Titan, you have good taste in storytelling. I love the series. You love the series. And I want to see the series go on for many more years with the good animation, the good scoring, the good storyline, the good everything. And with that being said, that's all for now. Please check out my channel. Please like it, subscribe, share, and donate to support my channel and its content. You all have a nice day. I'm out. Keep supporting good anime. Keep supporting Attack on Titan. Keep watching it. Keep loving it. And that's all. Peace.